This is the story of a dearest friend of Krishna who was called Kuchela. Kuchela is a very poor man. He has nothing. He's a Brahmin. He has nothing. And he was all the time, his wife was saying, "You're so poor. Why don't you go and see Krishna? He's living like a king in Dwarka now. Maybe he's forgotten you." So he said, "Yeah, he might have forgotten me. How can he remember? Now he lives like a king there. Anyway, go and see." So he trudges along like a tramp and comes there, and Krishna comes out and welcomes him, hugs him, takes him inside. There's a lot of lessons to learn in this. And then he says, "Sit down." And he asks him, "What have you got for me?" So this man doesn't know what to say. When his wife, when he left, she gave him some poha or some grains which were in a cloth. So he's hesitant whether I should give this or whether I should not. Some people say he's God. Some people say he's a king anyway in Dwarka, in this palace. How can I give this thing? So Krishna says, "What is this you have here?" "So this is what I've got. Open it." So and he eats it. And he shares it with him. And he says, "Kuchela, I haven't forgotten you. You know, we are so dear friends. We are still dear friends. So then anything you want?" He says, "I don't want anything. I just came to see." In fact, his wife had coached him, "Ask for this, ask for that." He forgot. He was just enjoying the moment and seeing Krishna, and tears in his eyes. He didn't know what to say. So he goes off. He goes back, trudges along, comes back to his place, and he can't recognize the place because he had a small hut standing there. Instead of that, there's a palace there. And then there are a lot of helpers and assistants standing there to welcome him with flowers. His wife is dressed in all Banaras silk or Madanapalli silk saris, and she has a lot of ornaments on her neck. And she's welcoming him with scent and flowers and so on. He doesn't, he says, "What happened?" She said, "I don't know what happened. Suddenly the palace came here and this." He said, "Whose palace is it?" "It's yours." She said, "It's ours." So reluctantly he goes inside and then he says, "It's all the work of that Krishna. He only must have done this. Otherwise I have no idea how did it happen." 2, 3 lessons for children to learn. One is, this is friendship. You might have studied together in school. One of you might have become a big man. Another may be having nothing. Don't forget the fellow who has nothing. This is the simple. And the fellow who has nothing, he has nothing because at that time, particularly Kuchela, couldn't do any fraud, couldn't tell lies, couldn't take other people's wealth. So he was left high and dry with no work, no nothing. In the olden days, Brahmins are not supposed to plow. They're not supposed to do any work physically. They're supposed to be given money by people who have wealth. Nobody gives money, so he's poor. And in that, we should also remember, if somebody is poor, he's not become someone whom you don't know. He's your old friend still. You know, people avoid such people because they think they may ask something from you. Doesn't matter if you give or don't, but don't cut off people who are your friends. Be kind to them. So these are some of the lessons to be learned. Like this, there are innumerable stories.